Did I put the wrong date on the doohickey? I come into people saying that the dates are wrong. Well, that's a unfortunate start. Oh, well, fuck me in the goat ass. Save. Back. I swear to God. Something's bound to be fucked up somewhere. All right. Good evening. Hello. Welcome in. Let some more people come in here for a minute. I got some stuff in the P.O. box today that doesn't make any sense to me. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, good evening, good evening. My day has been okay. Okay. We had another day where the stock market dropped. It looked like we were actually going to be making some gains in the stock market at one point in time. The stock market today, the Dow Jones Industrial was up 1,500 points. It looked like it was going to be beginning to crawl its way back, and then Trump announced the 104% tariff on China, and it went all the way back down to be closing at minus 320. So we've lost several thousand points, which equates to trillions of what the fuck? Trillions of dollars of wealth eradicated. The futures are going down again tonight. That's probably going to be expected given the new tariff announcements. Good evening to you too. Hey, hey, back to you. Good evening. Hello. Hey, hello. Good evening. Uh, we just started a couple of minutes ago. We were talking about the stock market here a minute ago, and how essentially it's been bent over the kitchen table and rode hard. Um, the the jobs numbers that the folks on the far right are clinging to are jobs numbers from March. The tariffs didn't go into effect until April 2nd. So let's see what the April job numbers look like when they come out, because the federal government alone is firing tens of thousands of people. And now we're seeing mass layoffs across various industries as a result of the uncertain economic times brought on by the tariffs. And the uncertainty behind the tariffs. Are they staying? Are they going? Are they going to stay at this rate? Are they going to increase? Are they going to decrease? Is there going to be a 30-day pause? Who the fuck knows, man? We have a fucking lunatic in the White House running the show. And so nobody knows where the fuck any of this is going to go at any point in time. So they're all tightening their belts. They're all pulling back. The Dow today closed. We were just talking about that. We closed down. It was up 1,500 at one point in time. It closed down 320. So another day of loss. Not as bad of a day of loss as we've been seeing, but it was up 1,500 at one point. And then Trump announced the 104% tariff on China, and there it went. Right in the shitter. I think the Trump Musk relationship is coming to an end. I don't know how many Big Macs Trump eats in a day, and nor do I know when he will eventually expire. But that will be a good day for humanity when it happens. It needs to happen naturally, but it will be a good day for humanity. Oh, it's not a great time to almost exclusively use foreign anything. And here we are on our iPhones and iPads. Like I said, I just upgraded the whole goddamn family because I'm not paying $2,500 for a phone. The transfer of wealth, yeah. I think it's a lot more blatant this time around. They're going to get their tax plan passed, and it's going to be an additional massive cut to the upper class in this country. The corporate tax cuts are just going to be deeper and more permanent than ever. He's an 80-year-old Adderall addict. You know, it's the first story I look for in the morning when I get up. A story I look for in the morning when I get up. Is he still with us? All right. Time to go to work. Yeah, I'm guessing that was directed towards Pink Panther. I'm fortunate enough that my work is a little bit different. My work requires me to walk to this end of the house and walk into my home office here and begin to make content for the good folks of social media. The trolls never do have anything better to do. If you need a new phone in the near future, I would go ahead and bite the bullet and get it now. You look like you got at least a few decades of putting up with people's shit. Yeah. Yeah. A few decades. Boomers making content. I'm not a boomer. And you can call it pathetic all day long, but you're helping me get paid right now. I'm nuts. Thank you very much, Sherry, for continuously reminding the fine folks of the YouTube world to hit the like button, if at all possible, share the like. Not to dare being optimistic here, but this does seem like it might serve to wake people up. Maybe. We'll see. We're in the 100-year cycle. I talk about it all the time. We're in the 100-year cycle. And I think things are going to get a lot worse before they get better. You know what I mean? It's going to get ugly. It's going to get really fucking ugly. Hello, Newfie Canadian Strong and Free. How you doing? How you doing? Yes, Elon is currently fighting against some of the tariffs. He's having an argument with Navarro within the Trump administration. And there are now reports that Trump is telling his inner staff that Musk won't be in the White House much longer. But we'll see. Fox News sure does bend itself into pretzels defending Trump every chance it can. Not sure how YouTube got me here, but you got my like, mate. Well, thank you very much, Robin Hood. I appreciate that. I don't know how any of this shit works, man. I'm 52. I'm going to be 53 next month. I can barely operate my goddamn phone, but I can operate it enough to make content, and that's all that really matters right now. For me, anyway. Crash of 29 did bring about strict regulations on the banks and stock market. Yeah, I know, but look at we're 100 years later and we haven't learned our fucking lessons. We're going right back into all of it. 100 years ago, it was 1925. And from 1925 to 1935, what happened in the world? We had a world war. We had a Great Depression. Fascism rose and fell. What do we got going on right now? We got Europe in turmoil because Putin is invading an ally. We could very well wind up in a ground war in Europe. Fascism has taken hold, except it's here this time. And our economic outlook is bleak at best. Oh, I'm sorry. The war, you're right. We were leading up to the World War between 25 and 35. My apologies. My apologies. We didn't enter into the war until, well, the war didn't start engulfing the world until the late 30s, and we got into it in the early 40s. You're absolutely correct. These are all the things that led up to that shit. My apologies. What glitched? I glitched on you? Did you get too busy for your podcast? Right now I am. I'm trying to figure out how and if I want to bring the podcast back. Um, I don't do shout outs, but thank you. Right now I need to keep focused on what makes money. The podcast did not make money. So all of my content creation effort is currently focused on what can keep a roof over my family's head. Do you think he'll enact martial law on the 20th like they're saying he might do? I don't know why he would have a reason to enact martial law, and I don't know. If we head to that point, we probably will be looking at a civil war in this country at some point in time, and that's a goddamn shame. Well, right on, Alan. Can you make me a hard-boiled egg in the microwave? Put it in there for 3 minutes with water covered. I don't know. I've never made a hard-boiled egg in a microwave in my life. I've never made a hard-boiled egg in my life. Yes, I did see the threats that Pam Bondi made towards Jasmine Crockett. It doesn't surprise me coming from a fascist administration like this. Would the USA ever split up? I have always been of the opinion that it wouldn't, but I'm not so sure anymore. He's trying to get you to blow up. Well, luckily for me, I don't listen to strangers on the internet. Yes, that is one of the many things that happens on April 20th, Shitler's birthday. You remember smoking crack with me. That's interesting, considering I've never smoked crack, but go off, big guy. I couldn't tell you a single widespread panic song. I bet you if I heard one, I might be able to recognize it, but I don't fucking know. What is this? Finish the lyrics. It's been a long day without you, my friend. When I tell you about it, when I see you again. Why does that sound familiar? Dude, you can't put me on the spot like that, man. I've had a few hits. What the fuck? Oh my god. Teslas. What about Teslas? Fuck Tesla. Fuck the cars. Fuck Elon Musk. Wow, now the comments are flying by. God bless you and this nation. May the Constitution stand true and the wannabe king in chains. Jesus Christ, man. Shit's getting dark. Like fucking early. It's only 7:15 p.m. by me. Tesla. We love Tesla. Puff Pass. Not really how technology works. I ordered Chinese food, forgot about tacos, maybe Taco Thursday for me. Yeah, whatever, man. I didn't even have taco. Well, no, I haven't. Yeah, I haven't even eaten yet. snowing by you? Oof. That's fucking brutal, man. It's April. I am done with snow, and I know that we're probably due for a little bit of snow before it's all said and done with. But I'm fucking done with snow, man. My spring cleanup has been done. The mulch has been done. I am ready to get the fucking garden going. I'm ready to get the annuals in. I am fucking done with it. Just buy some taco shells and slap your Chinese food in it, says Brian. Brian, I guarantee you, has been high at least once in his life, because only a fucking person that's been stoned and had the severe munchies would think about putting Chinese food in taco shells. I love your videos, though. You and Bo of the Fifth Column and Tennessee Brando, even though I don't like Midas Touch, are great. Yeah, so I'm mutuals with Brando over on TikTok. Yes, I have a 6-foot rooster in my yard. What did Anne do that she got timed out by Conley police? I did not even see comment. What a position on aliens? Are you asking me my position on aliens? Oh, she's the one that's repeating the Kai, Trump, and Elon stuff. If you're asking me my position on aliens, then I will tell you that I believe that aliens exist. I think it is incredibly ignorant to think that we are alone in this universe or in existence. Um, in what form, in what capacity has the government had contact? Have they visited us? Who the fuck knows, right? But I tend to think that they have visited us in some way, shape, or form. Cannabis culinary goes down many pathways. Indeed, nobody will think of more interesting shit to eat than a stoner. I watch your videos all the time. This is the first time catching you live. You're cool. Thank you very much, NS. I go live 7 p.m. Central Time every Tuesday, and I also throw in unscheduled lives from time to time. Lost 90,000 in the last week. Oof. Goddamn. Love the green beans. Thank you very much. So do I. I was thinking I'd smoke up with this guy, and I hop on live and see it for myself. It's no big deal. Just smoking a joint. Neanderthal. Are you referring to me as a Neanderthal? Man, you started a show on Netflix called Night Agent 2 season. It's so good. Love your videos too. Give me a laugh when I need one. Right on. I've heard you mention the flying spaghetti monster. Are you a pastafarian? No, just use him as an example when rattling off other non-existent supreme beings. I feel like we're a ratchet reality show for aliens. They enjoy watching from afar, but as for contact, it's a huge nope. Maybe we're their cops. Bed buzz, so what you gonna do? Maybe they're sitting around. You know what I mean? Who the fuck knows? Einstein said it best. There are two things in life that are infinite: the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the universe. That's accurate. That's accurate. I forget who said it, and I'm paraphrasing here, but a person. This was from I think from the first Men in Black. A person can be intelligent, but people are stupid and panicky creatures. Get people together, and they will figure out a way to fuck shit up. Have you ever considered switching to concentrates instead of flour? I've considered everything, but here's the deal: I'm never going to be doing dabs because my lungs would implode. Okay, my lungs would look like that goddamn submarine that went down to see the Titanic. Would be, and that would be it. And I've tried edibles, but they don't touch me. I the last one my wife gave me, I think, was 100 milligrams. It was just like, so when is this going to kick in? And like nothing happened. When I smoke, I can regulate myself whenever I want to. I can take a hit here, a hit there. You know, I can figure out what I want to do and how I want to do it when I want to do it. And for me, it's old school. This is it right here. This is what I smoke. I do have a couple of different pipes, but I very rarely use them. I mean, at the end of the day, I do not like, and this one here looks like a dick. I do not like the glass pipes. It's fragile. You can't put a lid on them. These are the pipes that I grew up with, so to speak, and that I love. They get hot. I understand that, but you can put a lid on it, put it in your pocket, and your pipe won't spill. Put a lid on it, toss it across the fucking room to somebody. You can't do that with one of these big chunkers right here. And I don't particularly care for pipes to begin with. I care for joints. Next, you're going to ask me about bongs. Yeah, man, I've been smoking marijuana since I was 13. I'm going to be 53 next month. Bongs are enough to take my lungs and go 10 rounds with them. So if I do bongs, it's only in the wintertime. I have a one hitter with a dugout, yes. It's only in the wintertime will I do bongs. And the reason why is I pack my bong full of snow and then I don't feel the hit. And then whatever. At that point in time, I don't give a shit. 53, I thought you were 68. Wow. I've never heard that before. Such original commentary. Yes, I am going to be 53 on May 13th. I know I look much older. I have lived my life. Don't know what to tell you. Yeah, that's the other thing. Bongs and pipes, they smell. What is this, dude? The more I know about you, you're beginning to scare me with our similarities. What's up, Unk? Nothing. Forgotten. Never wrote it down. I would like to think gravity bong would kill you. Probably. Probably. I'm 60 and look half your age. Congratulations. I don't fucking care what you look like. Am I trying to get you in bed? Are you mistaken our relationship somehow? Man, you look really fucking old. I didn't realize I was trying to fuck you. I know a bunch of cats that would brag on drinking the bog water. Ugh. Ugh. Why does weed make some people really anxious? I don't know. I've never understood that because I've never really been nervous smoking weed, even when I was younger. Um, I don't. Maybe they're afraid they're going to get caught. Maybe they're afraid somebody knows. You know what I mean? What happened with the Connor situation? What's the Connor situation? A 6 foot graphics back in '88. See, that always seemed like such a waste to me. I paid fucking $680 for this bong. Why? Hey Tom, love your content. Thank you very much. Do you have a PO box for people to send? Well, you can't send that through the mail, but yes, I do have a PO box. It's in all the links and all the bios and all the social media. Or you just get to my website and go to the contact me page at the end of my website. Link in bio. I'm about to graduate college in a month. Any advice? Yes. Don't take advice from strangers on the internet. I get my dog that pet weed. He loves it. Yeah, our cats have some catnip. I'd never give the dog anything, but hits of my weed. Hard living leaves a mark if you're 60 and look 40 and have had a good. Yes. I I'm weathered. Once again, I'm very weathered. I grew up in the 70s. You know, my youth was in the 70s. That's playing outdoors every fucking day. My teen years were in the 80s. That's playing and working outdoors. And then I traveled the country for 4 years living out of a tent. That's living outside for 4 years. Then did landscaping for 26 years. That's working outside for the next quarter of a century. Not eating very well, smoking cigarettes for 30 years, smoking weed for over 30 years. Yeah, takes its toll. No, I can't stand beer. I've never liked beer. Never been much of a drinker. Melanie, have a good night. No, I've never tried a hookah. I've never tried a hookah. All right. So, in addition to in addition to the stock market going back up today before Trump announced new tariffs and then finishing lower yet again, we also heard Trump announce he's going to fine undocumented immigrants in this country just under $1,000 a day. It's like $998 a day, and it's going to be retroactive for the last 5 years. So, if you've been in this country 5 years as an undocumented immigrant, you owe $998 per day you were in this country illegally, and $998 per day you're going to continue to be in this country illegally. Okay, Beth, hello. This man is insane. This man is insane. You think you're going to get $1 million off of some undocumented immigrant that's been here busting their ass for the last 5 years? You have a better chance of getting money out of those two motherfuckers that burned down an entire apartment building because they cooked their squirrel with a blowtorch. You know, they were sued for like $4 million. I don't know. Something tells me they don't have it. Same with this. Something tells me the undocumented immigrant isn't going to have the money you're looking to squeeze out of them. Where does the $5 million for his gold card to buy your way into the country go? I'm sure he'll tell you it's going to go to paying down our debt. No, it's not. No, it's not. Somehow it's going to make its way into his fucking hands. Will I vote for who in 2028? Some large company CEOs raised their voice against tariffs. Do you think Trump will step back? No. Are we back? Are we back? Okay. My apologies. Somebody called. Any hoodles. Yeah, Elon's railing away against tariffs right now. The administration is pushing back on that. The only thing that can happen at this point in time is if Congress can get a veto-proof coalition together to stop this. Did you see Vance fake town hall today? No, I did not. Any follow up on the guy wanting to cut his tree? Any follow-up with the guy wanting to cut his tree? Who are you talking about that wanted to cut their tree, if you don't mind me asking? I've been wondering, are we great again? No, we really aren't. Somebody's taken off. Thomas is taken off. Night night. VYMY is taken off. Good night. Night night. Oh, I have no idea who that guy was. I have no idea who the guy who was cutting the tree. The guy that goes, if I could just cut I have no, I didn't go back and see. I've seen that movie too many goddamn times. By God, I've participated in that movie too many times. Yeah, we could get that fucking tree down. Don't worry about it. Grab the fucking chainsaw. Are you sure about this? How fucking hard can it be? Yeah, I've been there. That's a huge no-no. A no-no. Somebody made this, and it was in my P.O. box today. Oh, that's off-centered. That thing. Anyway. That was in the thing is off-centered, unfortunately. Like, I'm looking at it straight up and down, and you can see how it's on an angle there. Anyway, that was in the P.O. box today. When will the markets bottom? I have no idea. Yes, I do have a low quality of troll. It's very. I don't know what it is. I can't tell if it's insulting or sad. Maybe it's insultingly sad or sadly insulting. Who's not the Wizard of Oz? Free content is free content. Here's the deal. I am now a full-time content creator. It's how I earn. So yeah, first that means you're going to see content out of me every fucking day. Period, without exception, some way, shape, or form. It's not always going to be the 20 to 30 videos a day, but you're going to get a video every day in some way, shape, or form. Unless I'm like gnarled up in a hospital bed, just going, "Oh Jesus fucking Christ, get it out of me." Then who the fuck knows? Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. How much money do I make? Enough. Trump says the U.S. will put tariffs on pharmaceuticals. Oh, fuck me. Oh, that was a news flash that just came across the top of my screen. That's going to be fun. I'll have to go check it out, Conley. I so rarely get into my hang on a second here. I'm getting inundated. I got messages coming in on email. I got text messages coming in. I got news flashes popping up. Jesus, Mary, and fucking Joseph. We done? Okay, good. Are you a Trumper? Jesus, fuck no. No, God, no. No. I would rather have a living snake shoved up my dick hole than support Donald Trump. Sorry. I'm just saying, I would rather be wearing bacon underwear and have somebody put me in a burlap sack with a rabid Wolverine and toss me in a river than support Donald Trump. The Penguins demand tariff relief. Yeah, Jesus fucking Christ, just the level of incompetence that exists within anything this guy does. It's every single fucking thing this guy does is so fucking half-assed. It's ridiculous, including coming up with that goddamn tariff list. They took a fucking Wikipedia listing of every country and territory in the world and said we're going to tariff all of them. Didn't look at whether anything had imports with us, any did any business with it. Just we're going to tariff every fucking country and territory in the world. And that's how you end up slapping a fucking tariff on an uninhabited island. That's how you end up slapping a fucking tariff on an uninhabited island. You tariff an island that makes nothing, that exports nothing. It's mind-numbingly stupid. It's gobsmackingly stupid. It is. Oh goddamn. It's enough to make you want to drink, and I don't even like drinking. You know what I mean? It's enough to make you want to like drink so much that you drift into one of those fucking 12-hour long comas. Nothing plus nothing equals nothing. That is correct. Can you ask me a non political question? You can ask me anything. This is open for anything. It does not have to be political. I might not answer it. There might be a reason why I won't answer it. I might answer it. But you can ask me about anything. Ask me about anything. Here's another one. Hey, bro, I got a question. Then ask it. Have you played video games? In the past, yes, but never was a big gamer. You could really give a shit about video games. What state do you live in? Illinois? Do you think Trump has brain damage? No. I think he's got extreme narcissism, and you're coupling that with probably a little bit of foggy brain. Uh, what was yeah, I do almost anything for what was the '80s like? For me, it was glorious. Obviously, looking back on it, it wasn't glorious for everybody in this country. Um, it was so fucking upbeat, in my opinion. But then again, I was a teenager through it, so. Do you live in a MAGA county slash city slash community? I live in a blue county in the Chicagoland area. We're in the suburbs of Chicago. I live in a blue county and in what has predominantly been a red town, but has turned much more purple over the past 20 years that we've lived here. Um, Still conservative, but a lot more liberals in town now. Do you think Mags will exit after Trump expires? I don't understand what that means. Wisconsinite son here again. Mom says bringing back original formula NyQuil would make America great again. Would you agree? Original formula NyQuil it currently exists. It's phenomenal. Do you think Mags will exit after Trump dies? I don't. Um. Hello, Gracie. I live in a mega city in county in Orange Man. Typo. Do I MAGA will exit what though? Do I think MAGA will exit what? Yeah, the birds. There's a tree. When we moved in here, in the backyard along the fence line that runs down the side of the property line there, we had these 3 giant trees. Had a big ass silver maple and 2 birch, and they were fully mature. They were fucking 40 feet high. I brought the tree company in and got rid of all the trees. Take them out, grind the stumps out, and then I planted ornamental trees that are going to top off at 25 to 30 feet tall max, more like 20 to 25 feet, with a 20 to 25 foot canopy. Give you some nice flowers in the spring. Excuse me. And I put 3 different varieties down the back, the side fence line, and then one on the back fence. I'm actually thinking about putting another one in here, hopefully. Maybe this fall, that would be nice. Was going to ask a question about your birds, and then we heard them. Land doesn't vote, people vote. Majority votes in red in Texas, and majority votes blue in Illinois. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Yeah, the birds are plentiful. We have a couple of bird feeders, several bird houses here coming up soon. We're going to be putting out the hummingbird feeder. We have a bird bath. We're going to have another bird bath here soon once the deck gets finished. The deck isn't going to get finished here until the end of the month. And then I can put the second bird bath, whatever the hell it is, on the... I wanted to look at something real quick here. Sorry, guys. Give me a minute. Oh, what is she talking about here? Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. My apologies. I have to take a look at something real quick that my accountant just sent me. Sorry, guys. My apologies. But 'tis the season, and I need to get these goddamn taxes done. Your mom already has the hummingbird feeders out. We have not put our hummingbird feeders out yet because we're still a couple of weeks away from them typically returning here. Yeah. Beth. Tax season is... We have a few companies, and yeah. I'm hoping what I owe is, like, I'm like crossing my fingers that it's under 20,000. Are we doing composite decking when we have the deck replaced? Yes, we're just having it refinished for right now. It's going to cost about 10 grand to replace it. It costs about 2 grand to refinish it. And so we're just getting it refinished, Probably get another year or two out of it, and at that point in time, we'll look at just replacing it. I would be looking at replacing it this year if I didn't need to replace the whole goddamn fence. It's all the big shits happening at one time. The fence is 18 years old, and all of the posts are snapping. So I've got fucking boards holding it up all over the fucking place. That's 15 grand right there. I've already put 5,000 down on that. $2,000 for the deck to get finished. $2,000 for the whole property to get mulched. We have a water treatment machine that we've had for a few years, and our water is changing. We're getting more sulfur in our water than ever before, so now we got to get a new machine there. That's 3 grand. The joys of homeownership, indeed. What are your political stances regarding sudden spaghettification? The fuck? The actual fuck? The fuckity fuck? So start throwing out some names of who you guys would like to see as guests on these Tuesday Night Lives. What will it take for MAGA to turn on Trump? I don't know that they will. I don't know that they will. Remember, most people in a cult never wake up to the fact that they're in a cult. Why in the hell should I debate older millennial? You don't ever give guys like that access to your platform to spew their bullshit. You call them out on their bullshit, but you put the elder millennial on a live with you, and all he's going to do is fucking talk over you, probably drunk, and then make content for the next 2 weeks talking about how he owned you. Bruce Springsteen and Pete Buttigieg. I think that guest list is a little out of my reach at the moment. Behold, I desire to go forth with thee on a feast, for thou art home. What the fuck? Brando's a good guy. I like Brando. Who is it within my reach? Maybe some local elected officials, some low-level celebrities, one NASA flight director, and the dude on the public bus that jerks off. The problem with the guy from NASA, my friend from NASA, and this is quite literally the problem. That podcast episode that I did with him, I had to go through a screening process in order to be able to even talk to him publicly about things in NASA. And then there was a chaperone that sat there the entire time listening in on that thing. So he can't just appear on a podcast or a live with me like that. So, man, the birds are fucking, Jesus Christ almighty, they are getting after it. Local elected officials would be a good occasional guest. What about Pritzker? Yeah, I doubt I'm gonna land Pritzker either. I could probably get people like V from Under the Desk News. Various content creators, obviously. Maybe Rosie O'Donnell, we're mutuals on TikTok. Maybe Margaret Cho, we're mutuals on TikTok. Maybe Moby. I don't know if you guys know the musical artist Moby. We're mutuals on TikTok. Neil deGrasse Tyson? Democrats have no one? Then why are you here? Can you get that twit from Dalton? Who's the twit from Dalton? If you could do a collab with Slim Sherry, a bunch of Gen X. Oh, shit. No need to wake MAGA, lol. They're fully awake. Yeah. Something like that. Go wipe the spray tan off your mouth? Jesus fucking Christ. 'Tis a bit harsh. Just like listening to you guys cry and talk in circles. Well, then here's what we're going to do. We're going to make it so that you can still listen to us, but now we can't see anything that you're typing because you've been putting time out. So essentially, you just be screaming into the yawning chasm that is the internet, and we won't know anything about it. Somebody earlier asked about the favorite Run DMC song. Christmas in Hollis. Seriously. It's still one of the best Christmas songs of my generation. Anyway, Hawk or Tizzy what? Have you read Sun Tzu's Art of War? I have not. I'm scared of Santa. Oh, Hawk or Tizzy as a guest. Gotcha. I thought you were like picked between Hawk or Tizzy. I'm like, for fucking what, man? No Sleep Till Brooklyn. That was the Beastie Boys. Walter Masterson was a guest on my podcast. He is a very interesting gentleman. Second, the gals from I've Had It channel. I don't know if I know what that is. What is that a TV show? JD Vance's peasant comment? I'm not surprised. They're just fucking scum. The whole goddamn administration. Favorite genre of music is classic rock or 80s hair metal. One of those two would be. Those are 1A and 1B. Do I have a right leaning neighbor I can calmly discuss issues with? I have a right leaning neighbor who I've never really spoken politics with. I have a libertarian neighbor who I've spoken politics with more than a few times. We really don't talk politics. What? If you had to pick an old TV show, a movie, novel, doesn't matter. What would you recommend? Oh fuck. I don't know. You gave like every form of media there. Would you be willing to be a guest on the Sons of Liberty live stream and vice versa? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know what the Sons of Liberty is. I'd have to look it up. These kids today not knowing their Run DMC from their Beastie Boys. I'm trying to tell you, it makes me feel like we failed as a generation. And maybe we did because we were too busy keeping ourselves alive and watching out for ourselves to worry about passing it on to the next generation. But goddamn. Miami Vice was an okay show. Would you consider Rush as 80s hair metal? No. Why do people want you on right-leaning shows debating? I have no idea. Yeah, Rush is progressive rock. Definitely not 80s hair metal. It's progressive rock. They are a veterans group that are left leaning. I sent you an email before. It has the links in the email. My apologies, man. I get a lot of emails. And I mean a shit ton of emails. And a shit ton of comments across multiple platforms. It is hard keeping up with all of it. What the hell is hair metal? Poison, Guns N' Roses, Motley Crue, Kicks, um, Bon Jovi, Tesla, all of that stuff. Aerosmith was classic rock that kind of morphed into a little bit of hair metal. Yes, Cinderella, Rat, Skid Row, Skid Row. There you go. Well, 80s glam rock. It's also called it's called hair metal. No, Metallica was just metal. They weren't hair metal. The hair came from the hair. If you have an Alexa, ask her to play 80s hair metal. Pour Some Sugar on Me was Def Leppard. They were another band that was sort of classic rock that morphed into hair metal. Great White was hair metal. Yeah, I don't know what that song is. Touch Grass. No, ZZ Top was. Yeah, they were another one of those bands that were classic rock, but I don't know if they morphed into hair metal necessarily. It's weird. ZZ Top doesn't fit into like many categories solely. What? Yes, Def Leppard in the 80s was awesome. Good luck with your edible. I didn't listen to death metal. Yeah, ZZ Top is more of along the lines of Southern rock. I would put them in a category more along the lines of bands like I don't know. It's odd because it's almost like they got a category of their own because you put them in the categories with bands like Leonard Skinner and things like that, but you'd also put them in a category with blues artists. Alice in Chains was very good. Yes. Queen. Yes, we listened to Queen. Blues rock. Yeah, something like that. Um, so what I want to do is I want to sprinkle some guests in here from time to time. I don't want to do every Tuesday. There's a guest. I don't know who I'm going to have on as a guest. I know that I'm going to try and bring in some of the people that I had on the podcast, but also try and reach out to some other folks and try and do some lives here on these Tuesday night, these Taco Tuesday things. Sometimes it's going to be political. Sometimes it's not going to be political. Um, I'll start working on getting some guests lined up for the summer the best I can. Summer's also when people start taking vacations and shit. I really should have started this over the winter, but I just monetized this thing over the winter, and so the growth that I'm experiencing here currently is all very new to me. On this platform, I've obviously experienced it on other platforms. Um, And one of the reasons, somebody just said it in the comment section, one of the reasons why I don't have a lot of guests on my live is because I like to have a conversation with the people that are in the comment section. If I have a guest on, then I'm focusing on the guest and less on the conversation. So it's why I predominantly do lives solo. Yeah, Tom Petty's very good. Yes. Do you have a pet? Yes. 5 cats and a dog. Renee's still around. I grew up with the best music ever made. I'm 67 years old now. Yeah, that's bald or landing strip. Bald. You're my favorite YouTube. Thank you. I've had a few guests that I've gotten pretty good chemistry with. Yeah, Mr. Global does it. I don't know quite how he does it, but he does it. I love how there are conversations going on amongst the various people in the room, and because it's not like TikTok where they're adding everybody, you kind of got to decipher it as it goes. You know what I mean? And that's not as easy as you think when there are a lot of comments going by. Can we get some Ronnie Millsap up in here? Haven't heard that name in a hot minute. Make tacos live stream. I don't see that happening in my future. Are you familiar with Kyle Kalinski's political channel? I am not familiar with that. I do. I don't use the Google. Somebody have to write this on a phone. It's raining tacos. I remember a song called "It's Raining Men" by a group called the Weather Girls. Um, what kind of tacos? What? What kind of tacos tonight? I did not have tacos tonight. I recent storms. We've had storms roll through here over the course of the last 2 weeks that were pretty fucking solid. I can tell you that. Sherry's giving away her age, says Dave Porter. Do I have a favorite one-hit wonder song? Fucked if I know. I mean, Mickey was a pretty good one-hit wonder that goes way back. No Rain. Mid-sized Sasquatch. How you doing? Tainted Love is a phenomenal one-hit wonder. Yes. How far am I from Elgin? I don't know. I'm down by Joliet. So an hour. One night in Bangkok. Brandy. The sailor said, Brandy, you're a fine, what a good wife you would be. Such a fine, but my life, my love and my lady is the sea. Did it, did it, did it. Or how about sundown, you better take care. If I find you've been creeping round my back stair. You know what I'm saying? Ride, Captain, ride. On my, what is it? On my what? Hmm. See, the thing about Elvis is he wasn't a one-hit wonder. That's what we're talking about. One-hit wonders. Mystery Ship. Okay, there you go. My Sharona. That's a pretty good one-hit wonder. Yeah. Mr. Carr. How you living, brother? Yeah, My Sharona was another really good one-hit wonder. Yes, Forrest Trump had a great soundtrack. Forrest Gump. Wow, I just called it Forrest Trump. Jesus fucking Mary and motherfucking Joseph. Whip It by Devo, another great one hit wonder. The Macarena, one hit wonder. Mambo number 5, a one hit wonder. Black Betty was a one hit wonder. Who Let the Dogs Out was a one hit. Yep, absolutely. Too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. So sexy it hurts. Come on, Eileen. Oh, I swear. Our house in the middle of the street. Video Killed the Radio Star was the very first video ever played on MTV, by the way. Come, my lady, come, my lady. You're my butterfly, sugar, baby. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. I don't know you. I just wanted to say hi. Well, hello back at you. Tommy? Yeah? Don't forget to shower, please. Thank you. Please come to Boston someday. Someday. I don't think I'm your father. No. What's your favorite Grateful Dead era? 80s. I think they were in their peak in the 80s. Don't drop the soap. Dude, he's 13. Toad the Wet Sprocket. How about, what the fuck was that band? God damn it. The fuck was their name? I got a little change in my pocket going jing-a-ling-a-ling. I want to call you on the telephone and give you a ring. Oh, who the fuck is that? She said, don't have me no lines and keep your hands in yourself. The Georgia Satellites. There you go. There you go. There are so many one hit wonders. You know what I mean? Frozen chocolate milk. Wouldn't that be Frosty? Oh, you stole my rose hack. Good for you. Good on you. She's a solid move. I'll tell you that. Still holds up to this day. Rage Against the Machine has been going through your speakers a lot lately. You found it right on. You took me back to my childhood. Ice Cube, juice, and toothpicks. How about it, man? That was the poor kid's version of a popsicle. We're not buying fucking popsicles. Make some juice, put it in a goddamn ice tray, put the fucking the cellophane or the with a saran wrap over the top of it, put a toothpick in each one. Boom. I got to be honest with you. I don't think there has ever been a period of time in my life where I said, you know what, I've been playing a lot of Kiss lately. But if that's what you've been getting into lately, then you get into it. Am I in orbit yet? No, slightly buzzed. Like, just fueled up. Do you follow sports? Not as much as I used to. And I predominantly followed, well, first it was football. That would be my top sport that I've followed. Then basketball, then baseball. Never really followed hockey. Um, what's my favorite strain? Whatever the fuck my guy puts in the bag next. Goddamn butthole surfers. It's another name I haven't heard in a dog's age. You got to start listening to Naked Raygun, my friend. Lenny Kravitz, yeah, he was pretty good. Cubs are number one in the division. Uh, is it legal in Illinois? Yes, it is legal in Illinois. It had been legal medicinally for quite some time, and then in 2019 they made it legal for recreational purposes, which went into effect Jan 1, 2020. The original American Woman by Guess Who, phenomenal. Put Me in Coach, that's a good song as well. Oh, I'm not going anywhere. Have you heard powwow music? I don't know if I have. But that gives me another one hit wonder from Bow Wow Wow. I want candy. Which leads me to another one hit wonder, 99 Luftballons. An excellent one hit wonder from my generation back in the day. Knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want me. Twice on the pipe. Yeah, I saw more trolls pop up. If my mods don't get them, I'll get them here in a minute. Bob Seger, the great American storyteller, indeed. Plus, I'm not going to be on for too much longer. Um, a Tribe Called Quest, yes. Take My Breath Away from, I think it was done by a band called, or an artist called Berlin, and it was from the Top Gun soundtrack. Take my breath away. Not really my jam, but you know what I mean? Top Gun Danger. Here, I'll tell you what, it's not a one hit wonder because of the history of the band. Definitely not a one hit wonder. But it's one of those songs that A, should have never been made, B, haunt us to this day, and C, spotlight the amount of change that this one band went under. So before you guys start guessing or saying anything in the comment, obviously I'm talking about a song called We Built This City by a band called Starship. So before we get into the history, everybody knows that song. We built this city on rock and roll. A band called Starship. We all know it. Raise your hand if we all know it. Or, yep, say yes. Okay. Did you know that that band was Jefferson Airplane? Volunteers of America. Go ask Alice. That band played at fucking Woodstock. And then they morphed into that fucking shithole band. Jefferson Airplane became Jefferson Starship, became Starship. And that woman singing, "We built this city on rock and roll," that's Grace fucking Slick. Goddamn. What a fucking fall. From what a great band they were to what they ended up being. What time we got here? 8:15. Couple minutes here. They jumped the shark. You guys have all heard that term, jumped the shark. Do you know where that term comes from? Fonzie, Happy Days. Jump the Shark is a reference to when a show or a band or something just, they didn't know when to quit and they took it too far. There was an episode of Happy Days where Fonzie is on water skis with his leather jacket and he's going to jump over an area in the ocean that's cordoned off and there's a great white shark in it. And it's the Jump the Shark episode and it's like everybody's like, oh my God. Did they really stay on the air long enough to actually think of this as a fucking episode? So, yeah. You met Tom Bosley and he was a super jerk. Well, that conversation took a zig when it should have zagged. Does anyone like Mellencamp? Right there. Fucking love Mellencamp. Absolutely love Mellencamp. I don't know if Peter has a cottontail or not. Green grass and high tides forever. All right, where are we at here? I attended Vincennes University at the same time. Should I stay or should I go? Indeed, little pink houses. Does it count as a one-hit wonder if the artist only had one song that they recorded was a hit, but had hit songs with others? You're gonna give us the name. Oh, the Jay Giles Band, Angel in the Centerfold. I don't miss Brickweed. The Outfield. The Firm, Mac Davis. There is a house in New Orleans. Don't Worry, Be Happy would be a one-hit wonder. Indeed, it would be. But listen, guys, I need to go put my feet up. I appreciate you guys showing up here. Send me some messages with some ideas for some guests, some serious guests that you think I can actually attain. And we will talk again soon. All right?